Okay, so this is video blog number 2 for week 8. Let's get into it. Identify and explain one word that currently describes your reaction to completing your first 8 weeks of hours. I guess I would say shock. Like in a good way. Like, I can't believe it's already been 8 weeks of logging hours and getting experience in the field with this agency. Um, just shocked. Like, it's happening. It's still happening. It's been 8 weeks. It's crazy. Um, Identify the current level you operate at now that you've come to the end of your first 8 weeks of clocking hours. So I would say I'm in between two levels. I would say I'm in between developing and proficient. And I say that because I think a lot of the things I've learned um, are still developing. So like different skill sets or learning how to work with youth of different backgrounds or different traumas or different ages. Um, I'm still learning how to do those things. So I'm not quite proficient yet in doing those things, but the base knowledge is there. I've seen it done by other colleagues. I know what it looks like. I just need to get there for myself. Um, but I would say that I am proficient at some things, and most of those things are traits or skills that I already kind of had going into this. So, like patience or time management, those are things that I've already had. They are basically the reason that I wanted to choose a career in social work or working with kids. So, those things are just becoming more proficient. Yeah, so I would say I'm in between those two levels because there are things that I already had that have just strengthened and grown, but there are things that I'm still just getting a basic understanding of. Okay, identify and briefly discuss 3 areas of strength that you've most grown in. Um, Time management, I just kind of mentioned that briefly. Time management for sure. When this first started, this first 8 weeks, I was kind of like scrambling, like how am I gonna fit everything into my schedule? Like I need to plan a schedule. I don't have like any way to like track my resources. Like I don't even like utilize my planner to its full capacity. But now I fill in my planner, like a daily planner. I make daily to-do lists. I have a whole binder of resources, of things that I've learned, of plans for the coming weeks with this agency. Um, so time management, which I guess kind of coincides with organization skills, but organizing to be able to manage my time. I would say that's an area I've grown in. Redirecting, like when working with the kids and redirecting them back to the activity or the task at hand, um, that's an area I've grown in. Um, I've definitely struggled in the past of finding ways to get younger kids involved or back focused on something. Now working with teenagers, I've seen how that's like a totally different ball game too. But excuse me, but I have grown in that and learning how to do it. Um, Learning how to do it with different kids, depending on different topics, just redirecting in general, and figuring out how to best do that depending on who I'm working with. Um, and the last area of strength, I would say like researching good resources that pertain to groups. I've always known how to like Google something or like go to the library, obviously, but I have more websites now. I have more things in my binder. I have binders from the agency. I have um, papers from the agency. So I have a whole bunch of like social work specific research, and I'm able to find places online to get more of that for different groups. So that's another area that I've grown into. And that's it. Bye.